Hello, it's me, your friend from school. Um, so I wanted to stream on a Wednesday kind of as a surprise to see how I would feel about that. So today I'm going to stream a different game than I streamed on Sunday a few days ago. And I'll continue the Sunday stream on Saturday at my scheduled time. So today, I thought I would start my stream by telling a quick story about something that happened to me a few years ago. So there was a time in my life where I thought I would be a collector of video games and games items and hardware and cartridges and like you see people on YouTube with the big walls of games, and I actually started a collection like that. Saved a lot of the stuff I had from my childhood. Well, about 5 years ago, my garage caught on fire, and that's where I stored all of my video games. So all of my childhood games and systems, they all melted in a fire. And I have some pictures of that, so I'm going to show you some pictures right now. If you're squeamish, maybe you should avert your eyes. These are graphic photos of melted game systems. So here we go. I'm going to show my first picture here. So this is the fire department. They cut a big hole in my garage. You can see my green car in there. Don't actually own that car anymore, but it was a fun little electric car that I had for a while. Next picture. This was a CRT TV I used to play on in the garage. I try to stay retro back then, and I kind of do still now. Anyway, that was my CRT. That's gone too. I don't have it anymore. Here's a picture of my two Wavebird controllers, my GameCube. I think there's a Wii there and a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo 64. Tragic. My next picture, you can see the Dreamcast and its controller. You can see a Game Boy Micro. A Sega Master System controller. I think there's a PlayStation in there also. And my last picture, my in-box copy of the Special Collector's Edition Gold Cartridge, pre-order bonus only copy of Zelda the Ocarina of Time. I might have been able to hold on to that. In fact, I probably should have. The box got kind of scorched, but otherwise it was fine. It had my 100% completed Zelda save still on the cartridge. I don't have that anymore. I probably should have recovered that, but the insurance company took everything, gave everything a value, and just basically paid me cash for it. So yeah, that was my story. Very tragic. Yeah, so I'd like to talk about happier things. The 90s. Everybody remembers the 90s pretty fondly. Nothing tragic ever happened to me in the 90s. Not like that. I mean, I remember as a kid, our garage caught fire, and my dad had to go out and put the fire out in the middle of the night with a hose. I don't remember anything super valuable ever getting lost. Yeah. So we'll get started with our game. I'm going to start with, I'm going to play today. I'm going to play Wave Race 64 from the Nintendo 64. I believe this game came out in 1996, a little bit after the Nintendo 64 launched. Alright, here's the main screen. Here we go. We'll see how far I can get in the next hour. I'm going to stream for just an hour today. Do champion, normal. We'll just go straight into the race. No need to warm up. I always just pick the first guy. Well, I think I used to pick this guy when I was a kid. So let's pick him again. Normal. I never dealt with the custom settings. Just didn't care to, I guess.
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
Sunny Beach, the first level. Yeah, it's always nice to be on a sunny beach. Man, this game was awesome when it came out. I remember talking to a guy at a video rental store, like a local mom and pop shop called Galaxy Video, and the Nintendo 64 hadn't come out yet, and he was talking about how he went to Japan and checked it out, and he just raved about this game. I just couldn't wait to play it. And I ended up loving this game too. I never owned it as a kid, but I rented it like multiple times. Oh no, what have I done? Starting out on a bad foot. Yeah, I rented this game multiple times. I loved it. I love this game. Still, to this day, the water physics, I don't think have been matched as far as fun factor goes. Even Wave Race Blue Storm on the GameCube, the controls are real choppy and kind of stiff, and I didn't really like it that much. This is smooth like water. So I really like this game a lot. I played this game so much, I got most of the tracks kind of memorized, I think. Except the later tracks, maybe. The ones that you unlock later on. Hope my sound is okay. I can see it hitting the red on my little meter there. But I think, I can't really hear what it sounds like myself. So I just rely on you guys to let me know how everything sounds. Sunset Bay. I really thought the orange water of this level looked really cool, like the sun was setting. And you can see dolphins in the background sometimes, like jumping out of the water. Thought that was always really cool. You know, the cool thing about this game is that there's some dolphins jumping over the ramp. On a lot of levels, the water will change depending on which lap you're on. I always liked that with racing games, where it was a little bit different each lap. I remember a game called Splashdown that did that really well. This guy's kind of loosey-goosey with his controls. I think I normally pick the first guy now that I think of it. This guy's got some real, kind of squirrely feeling. Some racing games that change per lap. Beetle Adventure Racing was another game that did that really well. Yeah, there were some dolphins. Did you see those? Whoa, yeah, I kind of don't like this guy. He turns too sharply for me. And if I lose, I'll pick the other guy. Or if I get a game over, I'll pick the first guy again. Or maybe I'll just get used to this guy. I don't know. Hey, I won. Look at that. Oh, I got a special surprise for everybody. Halfway through the show, we're going to switch gears a little bit, and then we'll come back to games. But I got something cool to show you.
You finished first and got 7 points. Move on to the next round.
Nintendo 64 had a lot of good racing games. Wave Race, the one we're playing now, had Mario Kart, of course. San Francisco Rush was another favorite of mine, and its sequels, Rush 2 and Rush 2049, also a good game. Beetle Adventure Racing, like I already mentioned, it had the Cruisin' games, Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' World, and Cruisin' Exotica. All three good racing games. Didn't really have the big simulation type game to compete with Gran Turismo. I think that game was real popular for PlayStation. I don't think Nintendo 64 had an answer to that. But as far as arcade racers go, I think Nintendo 64 had PlayStation beat. PlayStation had what's that game? Ridge Racer, that one. But that was about it. I mean, I'm sure it had other games, but nothing as good as Nintendo 64. See, this game, this track, About halfway through, the weather clears up and the water becomes real shiny. It looks really cool. You know, this channel I make is dedicated to 90s games, but I'm wondering if I should also stream PlayStation 2 and GameCube type era games, even though they were technically early 2000s. They're retro still, and you know, if you guys want to tell me what you guys think, you can go to my Facebook page or Twitter. Let me know if you think the early 2000s era games would be appropriate, or if I should just stick to 1999 and earlier. I think Dreamcast would fall into that category, so I could go as far as Dreamcast. I'm also going to do games that happened before the 90s, because those games were accessible to us in the 90s. So I played a lot of games from the 80s, you know, in the 90s. I still played those games, so I'm going to count those as playable games for this channel. This level is cool because you always jump over this part. Yeah. There's a shortcut in this level, but I don't usually take it. At least when I play on normal, I'm usually just good enough to get through without taking the shortcut. But it's actually right there through that gate. I think on the third lap it opens and you can go through there if you time it right or something. Or maybe you're forced to go through there. I'm not sure. Because there's where it exits right there. Yeah, I'm pointing like you can see me pointing at the screen. Okay, jump. Woo! You can get some good air on that wave. This game is really fun. I don't know if games like this are good for Twitch, because you really got to focus on the screen and you can't really look at the chat that often. Oh no! I just got clipped by that dude. Jump! Wow! Sometimes the waves, the timing of the waves, you get a little hot. Sometimes you get big air. You know, when this game came out, I never thought the water looked super realistic. Even when it was new, I kind of thought it looked like Saran wrap. Like you were riding around on plastic wrap. But it was still fun and the physics were really good. What lap are we on? That was the end. See, I didn't even take the shortcut. I thought I would take the shortcut. I didn't even notice if it was open or not. I forgot to look. Alright, I'm doing good. I got first place on every track so far. See if I can keep that up.
Welcome to Port Blue.
Blue Port. I don't think you open up any of the other tracks on this difficulty setting, so I'll probably play again. I'll have time to play on hard, I think. I think this level might have a shortcut in it too. Maximum power. So in case you don't know, you have to go left and right of the buoys depending on where the arrow is pointing. And every time you pass a buoy, you get a little power charge. And as long as you don't miss buoys, your power charge grows and grows. And every power charge makes you go a little bit faster. So it kind of sucks when you're at full power and then you miss one buoy. You feel like you're dragging your feet in the water. Look, yeah, kind of like I just did. So now I'm real slow. And I am at risk of being overtaken now. So I just gotta hit the buoys correctly and I'll be back on track. Literally. I think there's a shortcut right there if I make a right before the tunnel. helicopter wasn't there before. Alright. That's another win for me. I'm good at this game.
You finished first and got 7 points. Great race. Move on to the next round.
On to the next round. Is there another track? Oh,
Welcome
yeah.
to Southern Island.
On this track, the water, like the tide comes in at the end, or goes out, or whatever. It goes, the tide goes lower at the end of the last lap, or during the last lap. So the track kind of changes a little bit. Yeah, see the ship that's buried under the water now? Buried. Sunk under the water. It becomes exposed on later laps because the water level lowers. Ah, dang it. I just fell off my Kawasaki. Whoa. Whale off in the distance. Looked like the whale was flying though. See, yeah. Woo. Oh no, I didn't quite get that. Ah, struggling. Almost knocked her off. Take this little shortcut. Alright. Doing well. Doing well. So now the water's very low. I can jump the ship. Crashing into the waves. I always hated these things. I try to go around. I always hit them. Going under this bridge is risky too, but I usually do okay. I think that's it. Yep, I think that was the whole circuit. There's at least 2 more tracks in this game, but you gotta play the other difficulty levels to unlock them. Let's see, what time is it? It's almost 30 past the hour. So we'll start the next difficulty setting. See, we're back at the title screen. No, this isn't the title screen. This is the trophy scene. That's me in the middle. Oh. Hi, the real Dimp. How's it going?
Congratulations.
So, yeah, quick stream tonight. I'm thinking about making Wednesdays regular too. I'm gonna do the stream now, see how I feel at the end of it. And I might alternate games between Wednesdays and Saturdays. Yeah, the box art, it's actually not my doing. I mean, it wasn't my. It was my idea to use them, but I didn't make them.
Move up to the next class.
Yeah, so I just finished the circuit on normal difficulty, and I'm gonna try the next difficulty level because the next difficulty level has 2 more tracks than the regular difficulty. So I want to play those 2 more tracks. And SK, that's my real name. So the Dimp, when you were growing up, were you a Nintendo kid or a Sega kid or a PlayStation kid? What was it for you? Okay, we'll go to hard.
Select your watercraft.
This time I'm not gonna pick the blue guy or the third. He was a little bit too difficult to control, so I'm just gonna pick the first guy. I think I'm more used to him. Hey, Nintendo and Sega kid. See, when I was a kid,
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
the Sega Genesis was like the unobtainable system to me because I didn't know anybody who owned one for a very long time. And then one day I met a kid at an apartment complex, and he owned a Sega Genesis, and he became my best friend at that moment. And I finally got to play Sonic the Hedgehog. It was awesome. You know, this guy feels real sluggish now compared to the guy I was just playing. So I gotta find something in between. Maybe the girl is the better choice. Oh yeah, the hard difficulty has these spikes in the water. Also, I think the buoys are closer together. So I might not do as well this time. I hope I can even get to the bonus tracks. This game was made by Nintendo, in-house. A lot of people don't know this, but this game is actually the sequel to a Game Boy game called Wave Race. The Game Boy game was a lot different, obviously. And then this game has a sequel on the GameCube called Wave Race Blue Storm, which I didn't like as much. What happened? I got 4th place. I might have to retry this. No, I can still move on. Hopefully I can do good enough in the next races to move forward.
Come back. Try again.
The fonts and the echo effect on the voice. Well, the fonts I can see for sure. I'm not sure about the echo. Oh, well, I guess so.
Welcome to
Like,
Sunny Beach.
what other games had echo? N64 and Conquer? Are you just talking about, like, the quality of the voice samples?
Get ready for the first race.
What happened? I'm playing this track again? I guess I have to redo it. I guess you have to get 3rd place or better to move on. Gotta make those turns a little sharper.
You're still in first.
Oh, the announcer from the bonus games. Okay. I actually went back and played Donkey Kong 64 like a few months ago. So I remember liking it as a kid, but one thing that always bothers me about games is respawning enemies. And dang it, I'm missing the buoys. Donkey Kong 64 has respawning enemies. When you're in the same level, the enemies respawn. Like if you're in the same level and you're killing enemies and you're going like looking around the level, enemies that you've already killed will come back. And you're just trying to explore in peace, and they come back and they bug you. That didn't happen in Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, you like my retro layout? Thanks. I'm gonna switch to what time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna switch to. I don't. You can tell me if this is stupid or not. But I'm gonna take a break for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna leave it on this screen now. I'm gonna switch to my break time slide with extra. You know, it's got an extra special surprise for people. Here we go.
100 megabytes to make a memory. I got a monitor, a super VGA, and a printer. It's 24-pin. I got accessories and software like Windows and Lotus Works. You put it all together just for $14.98. That's what it's all about.
Make no payments till March of '93 and get 0% interest on all computers this week at Best Buy.
You 13 Kids Club members, you could win Titanus, the motorized carrier Zord, part of the Ultimate Power Ranger battle machine.
Just watch Q13 weekdays between 3 and 5 p.m. When we give the word, call in and win. The 13th member who calls wins a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers action figure and a Power Rangers handheld game. Daily winners qualify for the grand prize drawing for Titanus on Friday. And be sure to watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers weekday afternoons at 4:30 from U.S. Bank, the Tacoma Mall, and the Q13 Kids Club.
Are those video games in your pockets? Because if they are, they go in the box.
New Pocket Arcade from Sega. The only handheld games with flip-out screens. So they're here, they're gone, and they're back. Amazing Sonic with 5 games, 12 levels each. This game is serious. Eternal Champions with 30 fighting moves. Sega Sports and more. Sega! Pocket Arcade. Anything else belongs in the box.
The signal goes out.
An intruder has been spotted at Wayne Manor.
Down in the Batcave Command Center, it's time for Gotham's greatest hero. Batman returns.
Not a bad nest.
Batman makes a crashing entrance and sends the Penguin flying back to his Arctic hideout. Without warning, Batman appears.
Surprise, Penguin!
Pity penguins can't fly. Batman returns. Batcave Command Center and figures sold separately. Some assembly required.
Once upon a time, a baby dinosaur was born. Now there's talking baby dinosaurs.
I'm the baby, not the mama. I'm home to feed my mouth. Gotta love me.
And now collect the entire Sinclair family. Official dinosaur figures and talking babies sold separately.
Gotta love me.
I called the witch doctor. He told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang, tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Ting, tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang, ooh, ee, ah. And then he struck my head.
Hey, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. So how's it going with you? So I'm only gonna stream for another 30 minutes. All right, let's get back to it. I'll see how many tracks I can clear before the end. Maybe we'll get to one of the bonus tracks before the end of the night. So here we go.
Move on to the next one.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
I appreciate you saying that, and I hope you're being sincere. Alright, here we go. Sunset Bay. I always like the orangeness of this level, like the sun is setting. But I always thought the water was a little too orange. Like there should have been some blue in it. But it looks good. Still looks good. You have glass reflection on the screen. Yeah, there's glass reflection and scratches. So if it ever goes dark, you can see it really well. Oh, yeah, this is definitely harder than normal. Oh no, I missed the buoy. Oh, that's gonna slow me down. Because I'm looking at the chat. But I don't want to discourage anybody from chatting. Thanks, I'm glad you think so. I did spend like a few days like exclusively thinking about how I was going to do this.
You finished first and got 7. Move on to the next round.
Welcome to
Drake Lake. Drake Lake, always to me, it would be cool if you had the current game title somewhere on the screen. You know, there actually is, sort of. I'm just blocking it by the TV. I'll show you. Where is it? How do I do this? Okay. So if I move the TV up, there it is. You think I should leave it right there? What was I saying? Drake Lake? Drake Lake, I like Drake Lake. Seems like a place I would want to visit someday if it were real. Oh, why would they stick the buoy right there in the middle of all those posts? It's going to be hard to get. Also, if you miss, I didn't mention this before, if you miss 5 buoys in a race, you automatically lose. So you got to get all the buoys. You got to get as many as you can. Try not to miss. Oh man, that's really hard to get. Shoot.
Don't miss any more. You're about 3 seconds ahead.
So I'll have to, yeah, that's a good point. Dimp, the delay. I'll have to remember that not everybody watches in real time or can. Alright, let's try not to miss this buoy, because if I miss another one, I'm out. Oh, and crap. I just did it. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, I bombed. I'm gonna real concentrate this time. I might not. Oh, I get to move on anyways. Huh. I guess I just don't get points for that race. I'll see if I can show the shortcut this time. If I can see it. I'm not even sure if I'm remembering the shortcut the right way. I think there's a gate that opens up on one of the laps and becomes a shortcut. So there's more boxes in the water on hard. See, that gate right there opens, I think. On the second or third lap it'll open. And that's where you pop out there on the right. Yeah, that water's getting real choppy. Let's see if I can jump this. And I can't. Oh, I hope that doesn't hurt me too bad. I'm still in second place. Come on, get up. Okay, what happened? I didn't miss a buoy, so that's good. I'll catch up. Alright, here we go. Let's see if that gate is open. It is open. You know, I don't know if it's a shortcut. I think it's intended for you to go that way. But it wasn't open on the easy mode. It stayed closed, I think. So it's only a thing when you're on hard. See, now I'm behind. I'm behind. Nothing's working the way it's supposed to. See, I'm supposed to use the wave to jump that, but my timing is off. I think letting racers get in front of me messes up the timing of the waves, so that the timing is good for them, but not good for me. I don't think I'm going to recover from this one. We're on the last lap already. Yeah. I'm in last place. I'm sad. I'll try to balance me. Both these streams are awesome. What other stream are you on? Oh, the Lego thing? Is he building the Lego thing? Oh, I hope he's still doing that when I'm done. I wanted to see that too.
Move on to the next round.
Well, I'm still second overall.
Welcome to.
Yeah, I got a long ways to go to see those special tracks. I might have to. What time is it? I only got 20 minutes. I might make it to them. Oh look, see, there was a gate there before, I think. See, it's different when you're on hard, like the tracks are different. See, oh, these guys popped out from the right there. Did you see that? They must know a path that I don't know about. It was there on the... Oh, and those ramps are different. I think I used to play this game so much on just regular mode that I'm used to those, how those tracks are laid out. And now that I'm actually trying to play it on hard, I don't really remember what the differences are. So I might be struggling here. I'm so good at it normally, normal. I guess that's why they call it hard, because it's harder. I'm doing okay, I'm in first place. Yeah, bash into the wall, that's real good. Oh. Oh, what happened? I didn't even see. Crap. Oh, see, some people take the regular route and some people don't. So I wonder which one's better. Alright, let's see if I can catch up. I don't even want to hit those ramps. See, on normal I would bypass those ramps because I know they slow you down. But it's harder. They're closer together. Ah, I'm doing real bad. I'm doing real bad. What do we got here? Looks super hard. It is super hard. Bought a car set. Yeah, the Lego car set. I'd like to see that.
You finished fourth and got 1 move on to the next.
I'm in third place overall. Actually tied for second, but they put me in third anyways. Okay, Twilight City, that's one of the bonus tracks, so we made it to at least one of them. Alright, let's check it out. I remember Twilight City being tough. There's one more bonus track, I think it's like an Arctic track or something. I might be remembering Blue Storm, which is the GameCube game. That also had an Arctic track. I think this one has an Arctic track too. I think it's the last track of the game. And the reflections on the water. This is a really cool looking level. I mean, Nintendo did a really good job with the hardware they had on this game. And this was a launch game. I think for the entire generation, Nintendo 64, PlayStation, Saturn, I think this game had the best water of the whole generation. I think the only thing that came close... Oh, look at them jumping over the sand like that. I'd say the next best looking water was probably... And we're not counting arcade games like Hydro Thunder, because I think that came out around the same era. Next best console water was Crash Bandicoot Warped. That had pretty good water too, I thought. Because there was like a jet ski mini game in that game. But the water physics, nobody could match Wave Race. Water physics are awesome. Alright. Oh no. I got stuck on the sand. Get off the sand, please. Ugh. I was doing so well, too. Alright. Jump the ramp. I like how the ramp says jump. That way you know what to do when you get to them. Alright. Oh, that was the last lap. Horrible. Horrible. Welcome back, The Real Dimp. How was it? Was it a cool Lego car set? I'm doing bad, by the way. If you wanted a quick update on how I'm doing, it's bad. I'll need I don't want to practice. If I'm going to fail, I want to fail live on Twitch. Okay, my rank went up a little bit. I was third, now I'm second. So I might make it to the trophy scene at least. Oh, guess not. I need 21 points to advance. What time is it? We got 15 minutes. Let's see how far I can get in 15 minutes. I'll restart the circuit.
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
Get ready for the first race. 3, 2, 1.
All right. I know what I'm looking for. I know what to expect. I should be a pro at this by now. Oh, just hopped over the spiky ball. If you get a chance to look at the bystanders, like in the crowd, you'll notice that they all have these white outlines. Like, they're not even trying to cover up the fact that they're basically cardboard cutouts. So that's kind of funny. I'll bet you if I didn't talk so much, I would do better. But I don't know if it's more entertaining for me to talk and watch me fail, or to see me do well but not talk so much. Hey, that wasn't so bad. First track, first place, easiest track of the circuit.
You finished first and got to move on to the next round.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
Alright, here we go. We're at Sunset Bay. Like, I try to think of something to say about the track, but I already said what I wanted to say about this track. Basically, it's orange. That's the unique thing about this track. It's orange because the sun is setting. And that's about the third time I've mentioned that this track is orange. But I guess not everybody is watching at the same time. Alright. This track doesn't change much though from lap to lap like some of the other tracks. In fact, I don't think it changes at all. No, get on track. Ooh, okay. I didn't miss a buoy, that's good. Let's see, stop. Alright, one more lap. We gotta catch up. We gotta do better. No, what happened? Oh! I feel like I lost control over my player for a second. Yeah, that's it. I lost control. I might have to start this race over again. I'm doing bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart. No. Restart circuit, retire. What does retire do? Do I get to start the race over again? Or do I move on to the next? I should have just went and finished the race. I might have got 1 point. Ugh.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
Watch the signal. 3, 2, 1.
Vroom. Also, kind of like in Mario Kart, if you press the acceleration button at the right time, right at the beginning of the race, You can start with more power and sometimes max power if you time it right. Wave races. Oh no, good. Hey, that's pretty good. I got through it without hitting those posts. Yeah, Wave Race needs to have more credit. There needs to be another Wave Race game on Switch or something. Grass there. Even games that try to be like Wave Race, like that Android game. What's it called? Can't remember. It's pretty popular though. Not as good as Wave Race, in my opinion. What's that game called? Anybody know? Dang it! I was hooked onto that guy. He made me miss a buoy. Now I'm all slow. Ooh. Stop. Oh. No. No. Third place. It's not last. Super Dave. Hi, Super Dave. Just popped in to give some old guy support. Totally remember this game. It's very memorable to me. I love this game as a kid. I used to rent it from Blockbuster Video. In fact, I used to rent it. There was lots of different video stores when I was a kid.
Welcome to Marine Fortress.
There was a place called the Video Place. It was a smaller store. I remember a place called Topper's Video. It was also a small store, but I used to go there in the early 90s to rent Super Nintendo games. I remember calling up that store because I didn't know any better, because my parents had rented for me Mario Kart. But I was young. I was old enough to enjoy games like that, but not really old enough to care the names of the games. So I remember calling that rental store later on and being like, "Hello, I want to rent Mario Go-Kart Racing. Do you have that game?" They knew what I was talking about, though. Yeah, and I rented it again. Yeah, I would rent games all the time as a kid. We didn't buy games often. It was usually reserved for birthdays and Christmas. But renting games, I rented games every week. Oh, almost didn't make it. Let's see if that shortcut opens again. I think it opens again every time. In fact, I think you have to take the shortcut starting on the second lap. Yeah, here it is. I'm in 4th place? What happened? I didn't even realize I was so far behind. Come on. Okay, good. I think it's the rider that I selected. It's a little bit too sluggish in water. It takes forever to turn. And then when you turn real sharply, look at all those guys off in the distance, riding together like best friends. Hey, camera, up here. Thank you. Renting games was the best. Yeah, agreed. NES, SNES games were my fondest rental days for sure. Yeah, I remember looking at all the boxes, and you'd almost rent a game based on the picture of the box rather than knowing anything about the game itself. That was awesome. Got to rent a lot of bad games that way, though. A lot of good memories. Alright, do I advance? Let's see, I got 4th place. I'm 4th overall, so I'm actually doing worse this time than the last time.
Welcome to Port Blue.
Well, let's play it out. If I'm gonna lose, I might as well, might as well hit the game over screen while I'm at it. Yeah, there was Nintendo Power. I remember the library, my school library, had a subscription for Nintendo Power. Oh, gotta take the shortcut. So I'd get a lot of my game information from the library at school. Come on. At least I'm not the only one having a problem. The tunnel is so narrow. Alright, I'm in second place. So I think that number next to my rank at the top, like the white number with the arrow, I think that tells you what your position needs to be at the end of the race in order to advance. So if I don't get second place, I'm a deep doo-doo. And I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to take that shortcut anymore. I always crash into the wall. I'm going to not take it on the next lap and see if that helps at all. Those ramps always screw me up too. Alright, I'm just going to go the normal way, which is this way. That's right. Nothing bad can happen if you go the normal way. Everything's peaceful, everything's nice. Alright, I didn't crash. I like the normal way. Normal way is my friend. Okay, slow down on the ramp, turn. I'm not going to make it. Not going to make it. Bummer. Okay, well, let's see how I do. Let's see if I can get... No, I think I need a second or better to move on. Yeah, game over. Game over, man. What time is it? I don't think I'm gonna play another round. I don't have time. I'm gonna end the stream exactly in 4 minutes. So, I'm just gonna go to my other slide, which is my close-up slide. Hello, hello. Alright. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Super Dave. It was good talking to you. I'll have to check out your stream someday. Someday soon. Maybe today, if you're streaming. I don't know. You guys want to see my pictures again? I can show you the pictures again. Garage Fire. From 5 years ago. My poor GameCube. My poor Wavebird controllers. Those things are expensive now. And you know what else I had? I had the component cables, the RGB component cables, the digital AV cable for the GameCube. Those things are super expensive now, and I had some. Not anymore. They burned up in the fire. My Dreamcast, my Game Boy Advance Micro, which are somewhat hard to find now. My in-the-box copy of Zelda Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition. So sad that's gone. The insurance company did give me $100 for it, though. Well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end this stream with more TV commercials, and then I'm gonna cut the stream. All right. Good night, everybody.
Batman makes a crashing entrance and sends the Penguin flying back to his Arctic hideout. Without warning, Batman appears.
Surprise, Penguin!
Pity penguins can't fly. Batman returns. Batcave Command Center and figures sold separately. Some assembly required.
Once upon a time, a baby dinosaur was born. Now there's talking baby dinosaurs.
I'm the baby, not the mama. I'm home to feed my mouth. Gotta love me.
And now collect the entire Sinclair family. Official dinosaur figures and talking babies sold separately.
Gotta love me.
I called the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Then he struck my head.
Nothing prepares you for F-Zero, created for the new Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You won't believe the power. You won't believe the control. You won't believe the jumps, the curves, or the feeling you get until you experience it for yourself.
Wow, that's fast.
F-Zero for the ultimate G-Force, only on the next generation from Nintendo. Now you're racing with power, super power.
OB,